Hey, what's going on, guys? It's No Shoes, and we're back with another one. And today we're going to be reacting to Michael from Sadistik. This is his tribute to Idea. I believe this was just by Joseph R. over in the Buy Me a Coffee. So thank you, Joseph, for the suggestion and the donation. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, go check out the link in the description to the Buy Me a Coffee. You can get access to Discord, extra stuff over there. But without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's see what Sadistik has to say. Let's see what Michael is all about. Let's get it. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so nice beginning here, kind of slow, soft, a little bit melancholy, maybe. Makes sense. Rest in peace to Idea as well. And if you guys have any tracks you want to see me check out from him, I'm not very well versed in his music. I'd love to learn more about it. But great symbolism, all the shots of the eyes, it fits in. Y'all know the spelling Eyedea if you're unfamiliar. Great feel to the instrumental, very spacious. That background vocal, real nice and lacy up in the top, just kind of overlaying everything. Drums, keeping it pretty simple. I would love to know, and maybe y'all can answer this for me. Was Sadistik in some way related to Idea? Were they friends? Were they cousins? What were they? Because the way the music video is starting out now, it doesn't feel as much like a fan tribute. More so, it feels like, we're getting all these old pictures and everything. I'm just curious about that connection there.
Teeth marks on the skin. The greatest trick that's ever played was to take away my friends. I got your face engraved into my flesh so I could try to make amends with that day I won't forget in Minnesota. I flew in so that we could both.
Damn, bring that back. I think we got a tattoo bar there. I got your face engraved into my flesh.
Take away my friends. I got your face engraved into my flesh so I could try to make amends with that day I won't forget in Minnesota. I flew in so that we could both record. Me and Christoph Crane were supposed to go on tour. Nobody answered, we were knocking on your door. And when they carried out your body, I was staring at your shoes on the floor. Still
Damn.
the answers never.
Man, this is hard hitting. The only thing is his vocal is just super quiet right now. Maybe that fits the feeling he was going for. Sometimes it's hard to say something, so it comes out kind of whispery. Maybe that's that feeling he was going for. But I think if we just boost his vocal, even, 2, 3 decibels, just pop it out a little bit further, I think that'd work a lot better, at least for my ear.
We're supposed to go on tour. Nobody answered, we were knocking on your door. And when they carried out your body, I was staring at your shoes on the floor. Still the answers never.
And that's an interesting one now that I think about, because there's that common phrase of like, oh, he was staring at his shoes, where generally it refers to somebody who's not confident. They won't make eye contact with you, so they're staring at their shoes. And then it plays off of the eye from Idea once again, but then also now he's in a state where it's not he's staring at his own shoes, he's staring at Michael's shoes. Interesting twist.
On the floor, still the answers never come. Your funeral was beautiful, it captured what you loved. I sat there in a stupor, fractured by the hugs that I gave your family members, growing sadder by the months, huh? but I won't dwell in.
Facts. Funeral and beautiful. Great rhymes. Also almost not opposites, but they're almost conflicting words to think about something so sad also being something so beautiful. Nice little nice little like pairing there.
Fractured by the hugs that I gave you.
Bring it back a little further.
You loved. I sat there in a stupor, fractured by the hugs that I gave your family members, growing sadder by the months, huh? But I won't dwell inside the ends, and that's not what you would want. You would tell me find connections to the world and to tell them my confessions. The hell that I invest in is a part of something bigger. Words that you would write, they would carve into the center, right on target, so they start to fill my heart up with the letters. Shadows have shadows, and it's darker than remembered when the story has an ending to the part I had together with my friends.
Damn. Okay, so yeah. Based on where we've gone so far, definitely sounds like they were friends of some sort. They knew each other, they were familiar with each other. I'm also curious now with the picture of the grandpa, where exactly all this linkage is. Maybe this is more than just a idea, but also to other people that have passed away and were important in his life. Let's bring him back just a little bit.
Like investing is a part of something bigger. Words that you would write, they would carve into the center, right on target, so they start to fill my heart up with the letters. Shadows have shadows, and it's darker than remembered when the story has an ending to the part I had together with my.
And I think Shadows Have Shadows is an idea track, which might have been the first one I ever heard by him.
When the story has an ending to the part I had together with my friends.
Wait, hold up. Sock organize? Hold up. We'll find it. Very interesting, man. You know, grief is a crazy thing, man. I lost my granddad recently. I lost a friend a little while back, and I'm sure as the rest of y'all know, these years with the pandemonium and all that, it's been crazy for all of us. But you know, it's funny the things that you'll look back and remember about people, especially when you can't see them anymore. And maybe he was just real organized with his socks. I don't know why I'm zeroing in on this one, but it just felt the most like out there from the other signs.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder of the time before the absence and the night spent trying to imagine. When you played, I was blinded by the magic you displayed. I tried to reenact it in a way. I need the dark today to see the stars decay, cause if I can fall asleep.
Okay, so kind of talking about the inspiration he provided to his life, to his art.
Displayed, I tried to reenact it in a way. I need the dark today to see the stars decay, cause if I can fall asleep then I could dream we are awake. Another shot of Jameson and PBR to chase, another conversation in a CD bar to play, right? Man, the side of me's the worst when I'm terrified that all the leaves a dynasty of dirt. But you believed in me, and I believed your words. So in turn, I believed in things when I would need the courage to move on. On and on and on and on it goes.
There we go. Bring that back just a little bit. Feels like we're getting a little bit of a drive coming up, maybe a slight swell in the energy, and maybe a twist towards an optimistic viewpoint of the events.
Man, the side of me's the worst when I'm terrified that all the leaves of dynasty absurd. But you believed in me, and I believed your words. So in turn, I believed in things when I would need the courage to move on. On and on and on and on it goes. When I'm not an awful lot the songs that you had wrote. I wanna honor all the art and progress that you showed. I miss my confidant and honest talks allotted on the phone with you, Mike. I wish that I
Beautiful layering on that section right here. Speeding up that flow just a little bit, pushing into the beat slightly. It gives that layer, gives a slight almost echo, kind of like a halo around the actual word itself.
on and on and on and on it goes. When I'm not an awful lot the songs that you had wrote. I wanna honor all the art and progress that you showed. I miss my confidant and honest talks allotted on the phone with you, Mike. I wish that I could hug you again. It's
Man, and that's the one that hits for me, especially is something about the talks on the phone. I don't know. Most of y'all probably don't ever get to see this tattoo, the stars and the colors. I got that for one of my boys, my buddy Zion that passed. And one of the things that always gets me is you driving around, and it's not even like you thinking like I want to go hang out with that person. It's like, oh, it'd be nice to give them a call and talk and catch up. And then that realization hits of, damn, I can't even do that anymore. And honestly, I've had some hard times just thinking about like I can't even call, man. Like, and then you see what other people are worried about in the world, and it's like none of this really even seems like like it matters, man. It's all small stuff.
confidant and honest talks allotted on the phone with you, Mike. I wish that I could hug you again. It's getting harder to pretend and I can't undo what's been. Thanks for being someone I could come to, a friend. I hope I make you proud. I love you. The ends.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I had to absorb that for a second, but just ending that verse with I love you, the end, very final feeling. It completes the thought, and your friends, your family, whoever it is you lost, whether it's Sadistic with Michael, or as most of us know him, Idea, or whatever it might be, keeping that memory, holding on to that feeling. And it wouldn't hurt if y'all didn't have a bunch of great times, memories, and love there already.
Isn't a person just a collection of their mistakes and also their kind of undoing of their mistakes? I mean, what else are you? You're always just the reaction to the bad parts of yourself.
Hold up, I want to read that. I won the right to think. That's a nice twist again, playing on the I spelling from Idea's name. And then great kind of conversational, maybe it was sampled. I'm more inclined to think Sadistic did these vocals at the end himself, but more just talking at this point.
Isn't a person just a collection of their mistakes and also their kind of undoing of their mistakes? I mean, what else are you? You're always just the reaction to the bad parts of yourself, I think. And I think that's what is kind of like a driving motivation behind any human being that wants to continue to grow and live life, is they're looking at their flaws and trying to go beyond them. And I think that a person, essentially dies when they think that they found themselves, unless you want to admit that you yourself.
Hold up, that's crazy. Everything he's saying here, it's beautiful, man. We're all a collection of the mistakes we made, and by proxy of those mistakes, the things we learned through them, and then just keep on progressing and progressing, and going on into his sentiment of sometimes saying he thinks people pass away because they found who they are. And I think we've all felt that in some aspect of our life, especially when somebody goes young, or at least relatively young. I don't know how old Michael was, but Mac Miller, whoever, Juice World. There's a bunch of examples there, and maybe that the same thing doesn't apply across all cases, but there are some people where it's just like, what else was left, man? If there was peace, if there was what it was, if maybe some part of them had just made peace with existence, and then it's time to move on.
Found themselves, unless you want to admit that you yourself are not an individual and are just part of a whole movement of ideas and thought and culture and humanity and furthermore the universe and everything. Unless you really feel like that and you're walking through walls, you know, you are always trying to find yourself. And it's usually a person who believes that they've found the answer, found the end, that there actually is a psychological end. And then what's the point of doing anything after that?
Wow. That was great, guys. That was Michael from Sadistik. I definitely need to check out Idea's music after listening to that track, and more of Sadistik as well. So please send some suggestions in. Thank you again to Joseph R. for letting me know about this one and sending that donation on the Buy Me a Coffee. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, getting access to Discord and extra content, check out the link in the description. It's right there, easy to find. Much love to everybody in the No Shoes gang. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell. Let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below, and I will see you all next time.